happened. Like, we had this sort of vague understanding, but when you see in the email, like, clear evidence that they're talking about children
in pretty obscene ways,
horrifying ways. So that was the thing that, like, even when I talked to Mike Benz about that, he was sort of incredulous about that. It's like, I don't think they would use children. It just doesn't make any sense if it got caught. But it just seems like,
if Mike Benz was incredulous,
I know.
That's pretty big.
I just don't think we really knew until we saw those files come out.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, well, there's no denying it now. My position on it is completely shifted. I thought there's probably some really sick people that have an appetite for that, but I hadn't seen any real evidence for it until these files. And now I'm like, oh, this is demonic. This is clearly demonic.
Okay, so thank you for saying that. I'm somebody who was raised a Christian and went to Bible school and that kind of stuff as a kid, and youth groups, and then growing up in Central Coast of California, let's say, veered in different ways. Mm-hmm. But the experiences that we've encountered over the last half a dozen years, it's hard to come up with a language to express what we're observing in the world other than the language of theology.
Well, demonic by action. So whether or not demons exist, if they did exist, that is how they would behave. They would prey on children and torture children. And there was the one where there was a suggestion when a child was praying to Jesus that, like, there was a joke that someone should dress up like Jesus.
Did
you see that one,
No,
Jamie?
I'm not watching this stuff.
I don't even want to. I don't even want. People send it to me, and I go, okay, because I'm, for the most part, off social media. But every now and then, someone will send me something that I have to look at. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And these are emails back and forth. There's one of them where Epstein says, "I enjoyed the torture video." There's these references to pizza, a lot of references to pizza that are 100% some kind of a code.
Yeah.
And then it brings you back to Pizzagate.
Yeah.
And which was widely dismissed. Everybody's like, oh, this is a bunch of kooks. Here it is. She said she felt God's presence next to her when she was in bed. She knows that Jesus watches over her and he helped save her life. And then he writes, whoops. And then in response, Jeffrey Epstein says, you should dress up as him when you see her.
It is dark.
You should dress up like Jesus when you see her. What the fuck?
And well, look at the
You're
line.
talking about a little kid
Look at the line.
Jesus.
Look at the line above it. How am I supposed to interpret "I'm coming" trick?
The O-H Jesus, I'm coming trick.
It's just the whole thing. But so we see this darkness. It involves leaders in academia, in science, in industry, in politics.
Yeah.
And it just, I remember a point in this arc of the last 6 years where a film crew came onto my farm and wanted to shoot some segments. And they were talking this, and frankly, I thought it was crazy talk. I kind of smiled and tried to be civil and nice, not contradict them, about the New World Order. And then along comes, then my wife one day says, hey, you ought to look at this book from Klaus Schwab. It's called The New World Order.